Good morning. Folks, everybody take a Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't deserve that. There's one who does, and on June the 7th, he took care of me, and I'm thankful for that. That's not my purpose to say that up here, but you pushed me there, so I thank you. If you can take a breath, it's a good morning. And so I say to you again, good morning. Thank you. On behalf of the School District Pickens County, the administration and faculty and staff of this beautiful Pickens High School, it's my honor and a blessing to welcome you to our beautiful campus today for this back-to-school celebration. This time of year is filled with new opportunities, and we each one have a great opportunity and I believe responsibility to make a difference in the lives of students in Pickens County. And I hope that your school year is filled with excitement and with excellence and with preparation and anxiety, although you need to keep that on the low end, the anxiety part, at least that's what my cardiologist said. But let me say this to you on a personal note. Thank you for your prayers and concerns I've received this summer, and I can tell you this, I've already shared it with my boss, Dr. Merck. The cardiologist on Tuesday cleared me, and 8 weeks from surgery, that's just incredible. I still can't lift more than 10 pounds, so they wouldn't even let me help move this podium yesterday. But I'm thankful to be here, and I'm thankful to celebrate with you today and for the opportunity to welcome you to Pickens High School. The Pledge of Allegiance in just a moment is going to be led by Miss Beth Wilson. Beth is a senior here at Pickens High. She is our senior class president, co-captain of the cheerleader squad, and a member of our Pickens Women's Ensemble. Immediately following the pledge, the national anthem will be performed by Andy Rogers. Mr. Rogers is a 5th grade teacher at Central Elementary School. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask that you would please stand for the presentation of colors. They'll be presented by the Pickens High School Color Guard under the command of Cadet Staff Sergeant Hannah King. Please remain standing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated.
Good morning. Oh, some of y'all are still asleep. Good morning. School, kids are coming back next week. You got to wake up. Welcome to the 2014-15 school year. I am excited about the opportunities that lie ahead of Pickens County School District. Mr. Lawson, I'd like to thank you and your faculty and staff for hosting today's event in this beautiful new building. This is the first time in years that we're starting a school year without a building program, and I'm happy to say that as of today, not a single classroom is in a portable in Pickens County. Take just a minute to thank a few folks for making that happen. Yesterday he was Daniel, now he's Dr. Danny Barrett and operations, Andy Coleman, AITS, construction companies, general contractors, and our school administrators. Let's give all of them a big round of applause. I'd also like to recognize our keynote speaker for today, Dr. Todd Voss, the president of Southern Wesleyan University. He'll be speaking to us a little later today, so you get to hear more from him. This time, I'd also like to introduce several of our Board of Trustee members that are with us today. Ms. Judy Edwards, where Judy said, Dr. Brian Swords, I saw him come in, here he is. Mr. Jim Shelton, I saw him come in. And then Mr. Alex Sada, here he is. Let's give them a big round of applause. So no further ado, Mr. Eby, welcome him back to the stage.
Morning again. Thank you, Bill. My name is John Eby, Public Information Specialist for the school district. It's time to recognize the employees who've earned our Perfect Attendance Award this year. We want to honor those of you who are faithful, who are reliable, and who haven't learned how to fake being sick. Thank you. We appreciate your dedication to our schools. Today we have a prize for one of those Perfect Attendance Award winners, sponsored by the Pickens Federal Credit Union. The prize is $250 cash. The names of all of our perfect attenders have been placed, or will be placed, in this Pickens football helmet, a symbol of the strength and reliability of these people. The winner will be drawn out and announced by Clayton Kerr. Mr. Kerr, if you could come up to the stage, president of the Pickens Federal Credit Union. I'm going to shake this up as well as I can.
Okay, the winner is Allison Taylor from Croswell Elementary School.
Is there any chance that Allison is in the building today? It was unlikely, but I had to check. All right, we'll get the check to her right away. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to recognize Pauline Blackston, the 2013-2014 Support Employee of the Year, for the announcement of our 2014-2015 Support Employee of the Year awards. Pauline.
Henry Ward Beecher once said, "It is not what we take up, but what we give up that makes us rich." I have been honored to serve as your Support Employee of the Year, and I applaud the support employees for this year for giving of themselves to make their lives richer and to enrich the lives of those around them. At this time, we will announce our winners for this year, our support employees. Would Dr. Merck, Dr. Lackey, and our board members come forward also? Jeremy McCollum from AITS. Sherry Crawford, Ambler Elementary. Lisa Keys, Central Elementary. Janine Burgess, Central Services. Tina Hall, Chastain Road Elementary. Connie Upchurch, Clemson Elementary. Denny Minchek, Croswell Elementary. Kim Hager, Dacusville Elementary. Amanda McCullough, Dacusville Middle. Judy Edwards, Daniel High. Kim Brank, Easley High. Tricia Wiles, East End Elementary. David Cantrell Edwards Middle is not with us today. Stacy Mazzarelli, Forest Acres Elementary. Jennifer Olragi, Geddes Middle. Paula Welburn, Haygood Elementary. Elaine Holcomb, Holly Springs Elementary. Diane Reese, A.R. Lewis Elementary. Helen Purry, Liberty Elementary. Deborah Rogers, Liberty High. Jennifer Cornor, Liberty Middle. Ken Larson, McKissick Elementary. Art Breedlove, Operational Services, could not be with us today. Debbie Crum, Parenting and Family Literacy Program. Missy Ricken, Pickens County Career and Technology Center. Beverly Whitman, Pickens Elementary. Bonnie Stewart, Pickens High. Darla Atkins, Pickens Middle. Reba Burgess, Special Services. Ann Duncan, 6 Mile Elementary. And Tracy Matthews, West End Elementary.
Thank you, Ms. Blackston. Candidates who wanted to be considered for the district honor submitted their applications. A committee read the applications, selected finalists, and then interviewed those individuals for the District Support Employee of the Year. The 2014-2015 Support Employee Honor Roll members are Kim Hager, Dacusville Elementary, Jennifer Olrogi, Gettys Middle School, and Diane Reese, A.R. Lewis Elementary School. And Connie Upchurch, Clemson Elementary School. As they return to stage, I would like to thank Herff Jones for providing the trophies for these finalists. I'd also like to thank Southern Wesleyan for generously sponsoring prizes for these winners. Each honor roll employee will receive $50, and the winner will receive $250. One of the co-workers of this year's Support Employee of the Year said, "She is always willing to do what it takes to give her best in her work. She seeks out solutions to problems and never sees a request for duties as someone else's responsibility. You would never hear her respond, 'That's not my job.'" Another coworker said her selection as our Employee of the Year was not by accident, but instead an overwhelming affirmation by the staff as a whole. As a cancer survivor with a zest for life, Jennifer is one of the most positive people I have ever known. The 2014-2015 School District of Pickens County Support Employee of the Year is Jennifer Oglow.
Let's give them one more round of applause as they exit the stage. It's my pleasure to introduce Jan Burrows, our 2013-2014 Teacher of the Year, to introduce our new Teachers of the Year.
Good morning. As the Pickens County District Teacher of the Year for 2013-2014, it's my privilege to announce the 2014-2015 Teachers of the Year representing each of the schools in our district. These teachers have gone above and beyond their job descriptions to make a positive, lasting impression not only on their students, but on their colleagues and coworkers as well. Congratulations to each of you for being selected to represent your school in the School District of Pickens County Teacher Forum this year. We'll work together as a team as we meet throughout the year to encourage not only the future educators of South Carolina, but to support all of the teachers in our district in our endeavors. I look forward to working with each of you this year and know that we will make 2014-2015 the best year yet for Pickens County students and teachers. My name is Jan Burrows, and it's my pleasure to represent you as the District Teacher of the Year this year. And at this time, let's recognize the 2014-2015 Teachers of the Year. Courtney Vaughn, Ambler Elementary School. Donna Williams, Central Elementary School. Renee Atchison, Chastain Road Elementary. Jennifer Sheriff, Clemson Elementary. Elizabeth Johnson, Croswell Elementary. Anna Nichols, Dacusville Elementary. Tony Johnson, Dacusville Middle. Rachel Jones, Daniel High School. James Adams, Easley High School. Go Jamie. Kitty Adams, East End Elementary. Lucius Culpepper, Edwards Middle. Stacy Bullard, Forest Acres Elementary. Holly Harden, Geddes Middle School. Okay. Janice Garrison, Haygood Elementary. Lynn Williams, Holly Springs Elementary. Lindsay Stone, A.R. Lewis Elementary. Jessica Satterfield, Liberty Elementary. Amy Hendricks, Liberty High School. Mary Helen Oliver, Liberty Middle. Jared Roper, McKissick Elementary. Tim Hyatt, Pickens County Career and Technology Center. Nikki Miller, Pickens Elementary. Karen Williamson, Pickens High School. Avis Fisher, Pickens Middle School. Susan Orr, 6 Mile Elementary. Belle Graver, West End Elementary. Let's give these people a round of applause.
Our Teachers of the Year exemplify the highest qualities of education profession, and each one is a true inspiration. Thank you for the outstanding job you have done for our students. Honor Roll teachers are selected by a committee. After reading all applications, the committee selected 4 teachers to interview before making its final decision. Our 2013-14 Honor Roll Teachers of the Year are Susan Orr, 6 Mile Elementary, Jared Roper, McKissick Elementary, Nikki Miller, Pickens Elementary, and Tony Johnson, Dacusville Middle School. I would like to say again a thank you to Herff Jones and SWU for sponsoring the door prizes. The Honor Roll teachers will receive $100, and the winner will receive $500. The principal of this year's Teacher of the Year said she realizes that her mission is to make an impact on all students and not just the ones she teaches. It is her goal to help other teachers develop their craft, and many times throughout the year, other teachers have requested to visit her in order to learn something new. And a parent wrote this: "This teacher has challenged my son as well as all of the other students this year. They have excelled academically, behaviorally, and probably more importantly, they have come very confident boys and girls." The 2014-2015 School District of Pickens County Teacher of the Year is Nikki Miller from Pickens, Alabama.
It's my pleasure to introduce our speaker this morning. You've already seen him on stage a few times, Dr. Todd Voss, president of Southern Wesleyan University. Dr. Voss has been the president of SWU since 2011. Before that, he served 22 years at Indiana Wesleyan University, first as vice president for student life and later as executive vice president, and he did bring his accent with him from Indiana. He and his wife Julie have a daughter who lives with her husband in Indianapolis and a son who lives with his wife in Arkansas. They also have one very special grandchild. He's committed to the student experience and has worked tirelessly to enhance learning both inside the classroom and out. It's an honor to have him speak today. Dr. Voss.
Hey, y'all. Well, it's an absolute delight to be here, and I want to make sure that I relieve any fears that you have. It says in the program, speech, and I prefer to just share a story. So I'm going to do that right away. I'm going to just tell you a little bit about my daughter. She actually started her college career at Southern Wesleyan University. And in typical kind of a teen where she was not sure what she was going to do with her life. And so Mom and Dad, we watched as she went from youth ministry to public relations to marketing to probably sewer repair. I don't know what else she was going to do. And we saw this sort of thing happening to her as she was trying to figure out where her gifts were and what kinds of things were connected to where she should eventually land. Well, I'm happy to report that she became a teacher. And as I saw this thing happen, we wondered if it would stick, because we saw all the other things happening before that. So it's interesting that she started to teach in Indiana. She taught fourth grade, and there was a particular week that this particular school said they wanted to have a focus on higher education. So she asked if I would come and speak to the fourth grade class. I said I'd be delighted to do that. And so they decided they would combine all the fourth grade classes. So when I got to the school, we met in the cafetorium, and there were 120 fourth graders. It was quite the experience for me as I was I'm so used to college students, and I didn't realize people squirmed as much as they did, but that was quite the experience. So we had a lot of fun. I handed out a lot of prizes and talked about higher education. Well, I give you that in context because what I'm going to share next relates specifically to that context. After I was done and the teachers were taking their students back to their classrooms, the principal came alongside me and said, "Would you like to be a fly on the wall in your daughter's classroom?" And I said, "How much will that cost me?" And she said, just feel free to go on in. So I did. I went on in and I sat in those little teeny chairs where my knees came above my head, and I was just an observer. I just watched. What an experience that was. It's an interesting thing when you begin to see your daughter in a different way. And I saw her command that classroom. As a matter of fact, I've got to tell you that it was a little scary because she had these learning groups going on in the classroom. And she had her back to one of the learning groups, and as she was doing something, she didn't even turn around. She didn't even look. And she took her hand and she snapped her finger. "Brad, that's enough." And I'm thinking, I'm going to get in trouble in here. And Brad settled down. He was going to throw something. I don't know what he was going to throw, but I was just shocked. And I saw this thing happen in front of me. And I've got to tell you that it changed everything for me. It changed my perspective of teachers. It changed my perspective of the expectation of education. It changed my perspective of the classroom. It certainly changed my perspective of my daughter Emily. I saw her in a way that I have never seen before. Tried to explain it to my wife, and she still doesn't quite fully understand what I experienced that day, but it was a transformation. And I realized deeply that teaching is not just a profession. I realized that deeply that teaching is so much about what this world needs. I realized character and virtue. I realized the perspective of responsibility. I realized the idea that, unfortunately, teachers are filling a gap now where the schools have to now be the family. I realized that many of these young people in her fourth grade class went home to nobody. I realized that teachers have to take so much more on to love and support and direct and guide. Well, all of that came to this amazing conclusion in my head that teaching is not just a profession, and it's an honorable one, but teaching is a calling. Teaching is absolutely a calling. There are so few that have the gifts and the abilities, the talents, the character traits to be teachers in today's world. Well, I'm glad to say my daughter's one of them. But I can tell you, after today, we have a lot more than her. I am so proud of what you do. You are standing in the gap in a world that's fallen apart, and you're making a difference one student at a time. Every teacher, every administrator, every operations person, every custodian, every food service person, and every school system has the ability and the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of these young people today. We take them next. Whatever you end up with and you send to higher education, we take them. And we try to take that next step with them. But I'll tell you, without that preparation, we're dead in the water. We count on you every day. So thank you for your commitment. Thank you for what you mean to Pickens County, but more particularly to our students in Pickens. We thank you for what you're doing to change lives and to change families and to change futures, because Lord knows this world needs it. And I've discovered that it's not just my daughter, but every one of you has eyes in the back of your head. And you can see things that the rest of us can't even see. You can feel things the rest of us can't even feel. So feel encouraged today. You have one of the strongest supporters in the county at Southern Wesleyan, cheering you on every day. Thank you for your commitment. And thank you for the opportunity to share just that little story with you today. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dr. Voss, and thank you for those encouraging words. Thank you for what you mean to our community, our county. I'd also like to thank Drew Rogers for a very inspirational national anthem. And you may not know this, but Drew grew up in Liberty, went to Liberty High School. But there we go. But his wife actually taught him how to sing. I don't know if you know that, or if you believe me right now. But Angie taught him how to sing. The value of a life is determined by what you give away. The value of a life is determined by what you give away. When you go to a funeral, you don't hear people talk about what you accumulated in life. And in those moments right there from, I guess it was 9 o'clock till about 3 o'clock, Pickens High School up there, you know what I'm talking about. When we didn't know if Marion was going to make it, it was really close, it was nip and tuck. There was some hours there, and you just think about it. I was sitting in my office, I said, Lord, I wasn't prepared for this. One of your good friends, a principal that's on the edge, and so you really get to the point where you think, well, the value of a life is determined by what you give away. And Marion is a great example of someone who has given this district and given our students his entire life. And I think as we start a new year, there's not a better lesson for me, for us, as we work as a team. It's not what we accumulate, but it's what we give away. And I think Marion is a great example of that. And we are Pickens County. I was raised here, and I plan on being here the rest of my life. And this is who we are. We have given away. We have given away to other kids all our life, and we have moved the county in a certain direction. And we're going to keep going in that direction. And I personally think we're the best school district in the state. And it's the best place, as you could not tell in the video that was skipping. This is the best place to raise a family in the entire United States. And we cannot give up that, because character development is so important. And what happened to Marion just put us all in our place as we say, hey, the value of a life is determined by what you give away, not what you accumulate. And he's given us a great example to go by, but to work with each other to establish teamwork as we go through the future. I promised them I wouldn't give a sermon, but I had to say that. And thank you for what you've done. We look forward to the school year, look forward to working with you. Most of you know I'm on the Education Oversight Committee, so these changes didn't surprise me at all. The next wave of changes are probably going to be 10 times as much. Instead of focusing on all the changes which are about to come over the next few years, technology embedded personalized learning is here to stay. And so we must accept that. But in the middle of all the changes, continuous improvement, the focus on the student must be exactly where we go, instead of worrying about all the changes that are coming to us by the federal and the state government. And so a lot of the changes are good. Read to Succeed gave us some money. Technology improvements gave us some money. And I think we'll see some improvements as a result of these. But our attitude, what happens in the classroom, the character development, and what we give away is going to make the difference. Not the changes, but our attitudes toward the students and our willingness to work with everybody else. Thank you again. You guys, Teachers of the Year, Support Employees of the Year, thank you. Thank you for leading your schools with a great attitude. Thank you for what you do. Thank you, Teachers of the Year, for putting up with me, E3, with a 2-hour sermon. And I'm just blessed my time with you guys. I appreciate it. You guys will have a brunch in the Pickens cafeteria in just a minute. So as we dismiss, you'll make your way over there. Thank you, and have a great year.